We need to draw strength from people who share our religious beliefs or who also are in tune with their spirituality. And sometimes the people who keep the faith the most with us, the people who understand our struggles the most, who empathize with us the most, who are, who feel an obligation to us in helping us navigate through whatever troubles we have, are usually extended family members. Or let me put it simply, family members. Of course, some of whom are extended family members. We know how mothers pray. We know how fathers pray. Even people who are ordinarily not that prayerful, who are not ordinarily in tune with their spirituality, get more honed into it, are more in tune with their spirituality as they age over the years. And that is where fathers, aunties, uncles, mothers, that's where they come in. That is not saying that the other members of the extended family are ruled out. No. But I'm saying that one of the beneficial roles that our extended family members lend to us, can lend to a family, to a home, to a couple, to a marriage, include spiritual support. And then the last but by no means the least, emotional and moral support. Yes, extended family members are one of our surest backups for emotional support. I have a fantastic relationship with my mother-in-law and, of course, my father-in-law. It's a gift. I appreciate it. I'm not saying that there's any extraordinary thing I did to earn it, but that, confirms to me that it is important that one maintains healthy relationship with one's extended family members, whether they be your extended family members from your, matrimonial side, father's side, or even where you are married, from your husband's or your wife's side, wherever those people come from. Once they are family, if you're bound by a family relationship, it is helpful that you maintain healthy relationship with them. Whatever you can do to nurture that relationship helps you reduce strain from your marriage. It helps you reduce strain in your home. And it actually helps you reduce strain even in your own life. There are many things that my mother-in-law does for me. Oftentimes, she's the one looking out. I saw this, I need to provide this. There are things I don't buy in Abuja. I live in Abuja. There are many things I don't buy here. She'll be the one going out to get those things, send them to me, even without asking me to send funds. It can be anything. And then the times when I am low, the times when I need to confide in someone, I'm either talking to my mom or I'm talking to her. My father-in-law is quite sensitive. He's the one who reaches out sometimes to say, I don't like the way you've been sounding lately, or it appears this, what is it? Share it with me. And he attentively listens and lends wise counsel. That is almost always helpful. And I tell you something, I've also observed that many relationships thrive because the people in that relationship, the parties, have a healthy relationship with each other's family members. So even where your spouse, your partner, would have ordinarily misbehaved, sometimes the good relationship you have with his or her family members may just be the necessary check that you enjoy. That stops them from misbehaving. So they are there to lend emotional support, moral support, guiding and pointing out the right ways, giving necessary and useful direction, supporting you through the trying times, and backing you up when there is some friction in the home. So generally speaking, I think that it is beneficial to every right-thinking person to maintain healthy relationships with their extended family members. That is not to say that, when those people undermine you or cause you loss of dignity or treat you in a manner that is abusive, that you must continue to tolerate it. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that as much as it lies within your hands, I think it is helpful. It is indeed to your benefit to cultivate, nurture, and maintain healthy relationships with your extended family members, because indeed they play some vital roles, some beneficial roles, just as the 5 I've mentioned tonight. So this is the time to check to see who's joined me, and if you're following, and if you have any questions or comments which I need to respond to, my apologies. I'm checking to see. Thank you, Leo Smart says welcome once more. Thank you, Leo Smart. Anthony Ekbete says this is another great topic. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you very much. Nele is sending love. Thank you, Nele. And Chimazuru, of course. Thank you, my darling. Mwah. Thank you. Oh, Michael says this is very educative. Thank you. I'm glad that you find it educative. And this is on Facebook. Let me check if there are comments I may have missed from our other platforms. And I'd love to see confirmation that people joined us live on Instagram. I'd like to see confirmation that people joined us live. Oh, Ital says great job. Thank you very much, Ital. Thank you. Okay, let me check on Instagram. Let's see. I don't see anything here that tells me that we're live on Instagram, though the system says we are. I don't know if I'm missing something. I can't see anything that shows me we're live here. And I can't see any comments. I can't see. Okay, so I'll check YouTube to see who joined us on YouTube and if there are anything I should respond to there. Okay. Yes, on YouTube. I'm checking for the live videos. Why can't I find the live video right now? I need help. Okay, yeah, I can see it. Thank you. And oh, Victoria Onyenuche, my darling sister. Thank you, love. She says there was a break on YouTube, so I didn't quite get everything. Oh, vital topic, I must say. Oh, so sorry. And she confirms she didn't see the live on Instagram. So yes, it appears that there is still a hitch. Okay, I'm sure that my technical support will take care of that ahead of the next episode. My apologies. I thought we were live on Instagram, but we will fix that. Thank you very much. So, do I have any questions from any of you? Because this is an intercourse. When I share with you, you share with me. That's how intimacy happens. That's how communication, conversations go. And that's how enlightenment is truly achieved. So, I'm checking to see. Oh, yes, I didn't check Twitter. Let's see. Is there a comment on Twitter? It's taking a while to power up. It's taking a while. I'll just leave it and go back to Facebook. So, any questions? Because when you don't ask me a question, I will sure be asking you one. So, what are your questions now? And I'm also looking to see who shared my video, who is kind enough to share. Because if it's enlightening and you're a good person, you want to share it so that other people will get as enlightened as you are becoming enlightened. So I'm also checking to see who shared so that others will also learn. I haven't seen a question. So if I don't see a question in another minute, I will be asking questions of my own. And I really like to see women win prizes on the late night intercourse. My observation is that week in, week out, the steady winners are men. And how come so? Come on. Do women not find this, conversations enlightening? Do they not find them useful? Or do women not understand me? Come on, come on, come on. I want to see more women engage. I want to see women win more prizes. Please, 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 please. I'm checking to see questions. I'm checking to see questions. I'm checking to see questions. Okay, so since I haven't seen a question, I think it's only appropriate that I ask you mine. Except for the 5 beneficial roles I have listed that extended family members can play in our lives, what other 2 roles do you think they can play? And I'm sure that all the winners from last week and the penultimate week have all been credited with the value of the data subscription prizes they won. Everybody has been credited. I'm so sure of that. And if you are one of those who was credited, I'll be most grateful if you can just acknowledge it in the comment section. I keep to my words, and I'm very grateful that you engage with me week in, week out. I do not take your participation for granted. If any of you got your was credited with the value of the data subscription prize you won, I'd like to see your confirmation in the comment section while I await the response to the question I asked, because it is from that answer that I will draw the winners for this week. What other 2 rules, 2 beneficial rules, do you think extended family members play in our lives? I'm checking to see. I'm checking to see. Checking to see your responses. Checking to see your responses. Checking to see your responses. Okay, there's a question on YouTube. Victoria says, how do you balance the extended family relationships and the popular notion against bringing in an external person into a couple's affairs? Okay, brilliant one. Thank you for asking that question, Victoria. I think I'll just start with a common saying. Wisdom is profitable to direct. What that means is that while you maintain, discretion in some of the intimate affairs that you share with your spouse, that does not in any way exclude you, restrict you from having a robust and warm relationship with extended family members. So maintaining this warm relationship with them does not translate to divulging every little detail of your, intimate relationship, your private relationship, your matrimonial relationship with your spouse. So even if they are in the same home with you, they don't necessarily need to know every time you disagree with your spouse. They don't necessarily need to know every time you and your spouse agree on a new venture or take a decision on something. They don't necessarily need to know all the things the both of you are up to. But they can and should enjoy a robust, a healthy relationship with you, regardless you're keeping certain things private. So that you're keeping certain things about you and your spouse private does not restrict you or disturb you're maintaining a healthy relationship with your extended family members. So yes, it is important to, guard your marriage, guard your union, guard it in the sense that you don't divulge your spouse's vulnerabilities, their errors, all of their wins. It's not everything that you share. You don't need to share everything. But though not sharing everything, you don't also need to cordon off extended family members just because you don't want to share everything. The same way you're able to maintain healthy, friendship relationships, and still keep certain private things to yourself. In the same wise, you can maintain a healthy relationship with your extended family members while allowing wisdom to direct. I don't know if that answers your question, Victoria. So you don't need to bring in an external person into your matrimonial affairs, but it's helpful, very beneficial to maintain healthy relationships with extended family members. Oh, Daniel got his, okay, thank you very much, Daniel. He said you got your, you were credited last week. Thank you. Leo Smart says, maybe in my next episode, I should tell them what is called third-party influence. Okay, I should take time and lecture you because you don't understand it very clearly. Thank you for suggesting a topic, and I promise you that's what you're getting in the next episode. We're going to discuss third-party influence in marriage. I imagine that's what you mean. We're going to discuss that in the next episode. And like I tell you always, I am always happy. I am glad to discuss any subject, any conversation topic that you want to get enlightened on. It will be my immense pleasure to shed some light on it. So just as you have asked tonight, that will be our conversation topic for next week. Thank you for the suggestion, Leo Smart. Anthony says, provision of accommodation and educational support. Okay, so that's his response to I asked for 2 other beneficial roles that extended family members play. And then Leo Smart says, the extended family can also play the role of maintaining or fostering peace. I love that. I love that, Leo Smart. That's a brilliant point you just made. If there is problem in the family that is about to get out of hand, instead of getting out of hand, the extended family can come in and try to bring some form of order and direction to the family in question. I agree. Though I've also observed that sometimes, some of them may be, be clouded with emotions. Some of them may be biased, and they may not give you the best advice in the circumstances. That is where professional help comes in. But yes, some of them are quite helpful in fostering peace of the home. And then they can also play the role of support in terms of bereavement. When someone dies, extended family can come in and provide the necessary succor and comfort to the family and stand with them in times of loss of a family member. Absolutely. In fact, I'm Igbo, and in my place, there is a saying that Ozu siwisi enyikanwan nala, which means that once, death occurs, and when things get really tough, as in the circumstances of, the loss of a loved one, that even closest friends may not be able to stand by you or stand with you through that process. That is why you often find that when anybody loses a loved one, yes, their friends are there, their church members are there, their colleagues and all of those, but family must be identified. So I agree with you, Leo Smart. And Daniel says extended families have influence in recommending professional help, providing financial assistance, comfort, and support. All of what you said is correct, Daniel, except that I asked for 2 additional roles, and you've mentioned about 4 or so here. But I like that you also mentioned the recommendation of professional help. Yes, because sometimes the people who understand our circumstances the best may just be members of the extended family or members of our families. And they may be the ones who make the necessary referral that we can rely on. And Anthony Ekbete says he received the full data subscription for last week, but did not get the full amount for the penultimate week. Okay, Anthony, my recollection is that for the penultimate week, you know, I was quite inundated within the period in question, so I didn't redeem the prizes as I usually do each week. So I combined the redemption of 2 weeks in one as against my usual practice, and I made the explanations at the last week, and I'm sure that you know, you all expressed understanding for how inundated my schedule was and how I couldn't, you know, do that. So what I don't understand is, what prize did you win at the penultimate week? My recollection, I may be wrong, my recollection is that we didn't have a star prize winner for the penultimate week. So everybody got consolation prizes. So if you can just point me to a confirmation that you won more than a consolation prize, I'm always happy to redeem my promises. And I can bet you that it's not too much for me to redeem. Yeah. So please, you can send me a private conversation, or if you care to also make that explanation here, I don't mind. And I'll respond to it accordingly. Thank you very much. Then Leo Smart says that he's also happy to acknowledge the receipt of data subscription for last week. Thank you so much, our beloved family lawyer. I celebrate you, ma. Thank you so much, Leo Smart. Thank you. I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to put faces to the names of all of this, you know, all of you who have been kind to diligently participate, to, you know, consistently participate in the intercourse every night. I appreciate you greatly. I did not take your time or your participation for granted. I am grateful, and I'm looking forward to a day when we can have a physical meet. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. So, from the responses I've gotten today, let me check what responses we have on YouTube as we round up. Okay. The comments I see on... Okay, Nele says that family members stand in for each other in times of trouble. Yes, that's true. And she also said that extended families are there to stand for you in terms of emotional breakdown. Yes, that's very true. I agree with you, Nele. Thank you. Your responses are correct. Now, my observation is that all of the responses I got are responses that are drawn from the 5 roles I gave you. The only response I see here that does not appear to be one of what I said was the first response given by Leo Smart, which says that family members foster peace. But every other comment around, what do you want to call it, around paying school fee, educational support, provision of accommodation and all of those, these are supports that are tied to what I have said. I said they render financial assistance, and Ekbete says they provide accommodation. Isn't that financial assistance? I'm wondering. So those are the... I'm inclined to declaring Leo Smart the first prize winner, though he's not the first response. I'm inclined to declaring him the first prize winner because one of his responses is a fresh addition to what I said. For the others, Daniel said that they have influence in recommending professional help. Yes, I totally agree with that. But he now goes ahead to now mention 2 more support. He says financial assistance, comfort and support. I asked for 2. He exceeded what I asked for. So that's why he won't be a first prize winner. Okay, Anthony says he won the first prize. I should kindly listen to the recordings of 23rd November 2023. Okay, Anthony, I'll do that. And if I see that you're correct, I would, send you the difference in the value I had sent earlier. All right? I hope we're good. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, so I think that our winner tonight for the first prize is Leo Smart. Anthony sent in the first response, but his answers, when I do not perceive his answers as additional to the 5 I had mentioned, I perceive Leo Smart's first answer as additional, but the other is similar to what I had said earlier. And then for Daniel, he exceeded the prescribed 2, and he gave me 3. Of course, even some of what he mentioned were listed in the 5 beneficial rules I shared earlier. And then for Nele, who sent in her response, whose response I see on YouTube, she will also win a consolation prize. Yes, I agree with her that they stand with each other in times of trouble and in times of emotional breakdown, but I already listed emotional support and all of those. So it's still tweaking the 5 rules I mentioned earlier. So thank you everyone for participating tonight. And like I said, our first prize winner tonight is Leo Smart. Then Chima Zuru, Anthony Ekpete, and Nele will win consolation prizes. At least I like that a woman is part of the winners tonight. I do not see any other winners. Please point me out to anybody I may have omitted. Did I omit anybody? I don't want to omit anybody. Did I omit anybody? I'm checking to see if I omitted anybody. Did I omit anybody? Oh, somebody was complaining that the video is paused. How come? So sorry, Hassanat Oladejo. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice that the video was paused, but I think you're still following. I hope you're still following. My apologies for any pause that may have happened. My apologies. I hope you're following now. I hope you're following now. Okay, so I think that's where we rested tonight. As we all get ready for, the holidays, and then particularly for the Christians who will be celebrating the Yuletide seasons, I wish you, a beautiful holidays. But that's not to say that there'll be a holiday here. We have a relationship. We'll continue to enjoy an intercourse every week. And I will be here same time next week as our usual schedule. Keep faith with me and join me. And just maybe, just perhaps, I will be sharing generous Christmas gifts at the next episode of the Late Night Intercourse. Till then, keep safe and keep well. Thank you and good night.